Your Spanish health insurance might not renew, and here's why. Today, I want to walk you through the things worth checking so you never have to worry about it. Your Spanish health insurance should auto-renew every year, which is great. But like any financial commitment, it needs a little attention. A renewal payment can fail for all sorts of reasons. And while your broker will do their best to follow up, the responsibility for keeping your policy current ultimately sits with you. When you first took out your policy, your payment was most likely made by a bank transfer or card, the quickest way to get everything confirmed and your certificate issued in time for a consulate appointment. That makes complete sense at the time. But the renewal, 12 months later, works differently. Most insurers collect the renewal premium by direct debit from a European bank account. If you don't have a European bank account on file with your insurer, some companies will simply not auto-renew the policy. The policy won't continue, it won't make a noise, it will just stop. If you were living outside Europe when you took out your policy and haven't yet provided a European bank account, a Spanish bank account, or even an account with a provider like Wise or Revolut, which also qualify, that's something worth sorting out sooner rather than later. And if you did provide a European bank account at the time, think about whether that account still exists. A lot of people close accounts from back home once they've settled in Spain, or they already had a Spanish account, but once they arrive to live here permanently, they change the type of account and therefore the account number, or move to a different bank entirely. If you switched and didn't update your insurer, they're still pointing at the old account. If a payment does fail, the insurer will try to contact you. Now this is where a second problem can creep in. When you first took out your policy, you may have given a temporary address. Perhaps you were renting somewhere short-term while you found your feet. Correspondence gets sent there and never reaches you. The email reminder. It could be sitting in your spam folder right now. The phone number on file. Perhaps it's a number from back home that you no longer use. And the key question, did you tell your broker? Because your broker will try to follow up if something flags, but they can only reach you if the details are correct. There is a short window after a failed payment to resolve things before the policy could be cancelled. And it's worth being clear about what's at stake here. A gap in your health cover will very possibly lead to your visa renewal being refused. If none of those notifications get through, that window can close, and the policy will lapse for non-payment without you being aware. One more situation worth thinking about. If you've decided to move to a different insurer or switch to a different type of cover, make sure you cancel your existing policy formally in writing before it auto-renews. And make sure your new cover starts on the same day. You want a clean handover with no gap between the two. Cancelling after the renewal has already been triggered can get complicated, so the timing here really does matter. If we're involved in arranging your insurance, this is something we'll help you with, making sure the dates line up and nothing falls through the gap. Now, none of this is cause for alarm. These are simply things to get on top of, and once you have, you generally don't need to think about them again. Just take a moment to think it through. Do you have a European bank account on file with your insurer? Has the account changed? Have you moved, changed your phone number, changed your email? Has your broker been kept in the loop? Your broker is there to help and will do their best to follow up if something needs attention, but they can only work with the information they have. If your contact details have changed, if your bank account is different, the best intentions in the world won't help if there's no way to reach you. A few minutes now, keeping your details current means your cover stays exactly where it should be, protecting you and your life in Spain. Spain is a wonderful place to build your life. The last thing you want is a small administrative loose end undermining something you've worked so hard to put in place. So just take a moment, think it through, make sure everything is current, and enjoy the sunshine. If you found this useful, subscribe. There's plenty more practical guidance on the way. See you in the next one.